Purse So Sweet with HighThoughtsTV.
Y'all know what the fuck we doing, man. It's HighThoughtsTV. Niggas hot in the bitch, man.
I'm smoking the Purse So Sweet with HighThoughtsTV.
Sure. So talk like this at a time when there's no social media, it ain't no Instagram, Twitter, no YouTube. So how are you promoting it, putting that extra footwork in for people to know what's going on?
Man, it was a whole new set of rules back then, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta hit them on, you got different pieces to promotion. So of course you gotta seek radio, but you seek radio through the club. So you gotta hit the clubs, flyers, posters, sniping. Your street team people need to be on their business, you know what I'm saying? So that was major. You building relationships with these club DJs so that they actually play the music. You know what I'm saying? Instead of running ads on social media, you're gonna pay Murder Dog or you're gonna pay some of the smaller publishers until you get enough traction where you can play Double XL or pay the source. You know, you gotta work your way through the channels. You in and out of these radio stations the best you can, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be visible. So it was just a different way of promotions and breaking records and stuff like that. But the sequence of how you do it and then the order that you do it also played a role. And I feel like we had a mean recipe for it. You know, we knew instantly, you know what I'm saying? Bam, we shipping, it was like clockwork, you know what I'm saying? Artwork right here, order all these different pieces, components, bam, they going out. You know what I'm saying? We on timeline, down, all the way to the point in time where release date, you know what I'm saying? Then it's release party. Now we post promotions, pre-promotions, now we in post promotions. Now the record is out, it's active, so how do we support it? So I took a lot of stuff I learned in school and mixed it in with some street shit, and that was how we was doing what we was doing.
Yeah, understood. So in the midst of this, had film already been in the back of your mind, or when did the Dirty Third come into play?
The film was in my mind before any of that. The film was in my mind because I did a concert out at Chocolate Town, and what I was doing was trying to put Pat on the right stage with the right people. So I did 2 concerts. One was at Chocolate Town. It was Foxy Brown and Lil Kim, Fat Pat. And then I did another one at the Oasis. But the night we was at Chocolate Town, of course, a lot of other screwed up click cats came, you know what I'm saying? So Poke was there, Screw was there, you know, they all there supporting Pat. And I went in, I always go in the audience so I could hear what people saying. The same way I be in the parking lot trying to hear what the cars playing. You want to know what the people saying and what the people think and stuff, because you make this for them. Too many people be trying to make this shit for themselves. You got to make it for the people. And so I'm out there in the audience, man, and I'm just listening to these people. I knew the popularity that these guys already had out here, but what caught my attention was a lot of people in the audience, they didn't know which one was which. You know what I'm saying? They're like, man, I heard 2 people, nah, that's Poker right there, nah, that's Screw. They was trying to figure out who they was and stuff. And I realized right then that the story needed to be told and it needed to be heard, but it also needed to be seen. So that's why my first film project that I ever done was called Ghetto Dreams, the documentary. You see, back then, they didn't have a lot of documentary. They didn't have no podcast. They didn't have a camera on the phone. You know, Everybody didn't see everything then. They only saw what was produced. So I like to pat myself on my own little back every now and then because I saw that vision then. And that was my main thing, was to take that camera and make sure that people, you know, these guys could become household names, you know what I'm saying? And that people knew them and could see them and identify with them. So we did a Ghetto Dreams documentary. That's what that was about. And then I turned around, I did the same thing with Mo Man, the movie. And then I started getting in that mindset because I started seeing how people was watching this shit and watching it. And then that's when we was like, we're gonna do a film. It started out, we were just gonna do a short film. We was gonna do like 10 minutes. Then we said, nah, we wrote more, we're gonna do it 20 minutes. And then shit turned to an hour long, hour and 10 minutes, I think, like 71 minutes. That was third part 1. And, you know, once again, it was like if I look back at it, I'm like, fool, what you doing? That's you ain't got no business doing that. They not gonna like it. It ain't gonna. But when God give you a vision, you gotta move towards it, and you just move. And especially when you in full faith, you start moving in blindness. You know what I'm saying? And you just gonna. And that's how we was rolling, man. And he touched it the whole way through. So it wasn't the most advanced cinematography type film movie, but people liked it because at that time, that was the closest thing they was gonna see to seeing themselves.
Right.
Out here, it represented us, and this was unrepresented at that time. So that represented it first, man, and then that's how we did that one. God blessed it, and people actually liked it. And, you know, despite all of the cinematography flaws that was involved, they still liked it because it got cooked with love, you know.
Yeah.